Hey guys, welcome to a new course vlog. My name is Ludotel. This is a simple game. This is a quick 9-hole course vlog at Ironwood Golf Course. This is my home course. And it's a wet and dungy day, but let's get started. This shot I normally draw or I hit it to the right because the ball's above my feet. Yeah, but for some reason I left the face open and I hit a straight block out to the left. So you can see I'm in a little bit of trouble, but you know, I got a 7-6 iron. I can't really remember exactly, but you know, there's two big gaps. There's one to the left and one to the right, and for some reason I just hit the tree. It's so weird, you know. I got two big gaps and I just hit a horrible shot, but that's what happens when I can't use my hips. My arms just release too much. This shot, there's water to the back. This casual water. I'm trying to hit a pitching wedge that calls for 116 yards. Just a little short, you know, a little right. If it cuts, that's awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay. I'm just trying to get out of trouble. For some reason, I just hit it way too far. If you guys pay attention, you'll see a splash right now. There it is. So, you know, that pitching wedge flew about 135 yards. It flew 20 yards more than what I wanted it to fly. But I'm just taking relief from casual water. I'm not too positive if I'm doing the right thing, guys. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. But this is just some casual water. We've had a lot of rain here at Cookeville, Tennessee. So on these shots, I like to play them like bunker shots. I like to dunk them, I guess, per se. Just hit them behind the ball, face open, and just let it splash up. Might sound fat, but you guys can see it just gets on the green. And with shots like these, guys, you know, the biggest thing is just to get on the green. Just get on the green, even if it's a 20-foot putt, and give yourself a chance. So the greens were a little wet. I hit this, you know, at good pace. And it was just a little too firm, and it lipped out a bit. But that's okay. You know, I deserve a 6. Tee shot was bad, but the second shot's what killed me. You know, there's no reason why I should be hitting a shot like that, but I did. So I get a well-deserved double bogey. There's one of the greenskeepers, Lana, just passing by me sometime. All right, guys. So this is par 3. It's uphill, about a club and a half. It's 153 yards according to my push now, and I'm hitting a knockdown 7. It's a yardage for an 8 iron, but into the wind. You know, the green slope's really strong from back to front. If I hit an 8 iron, it'll just spin off the green. So I'm just hitting a knockdown 7. And I absolutely hit it horrible. Hit it straight off the toe. And according to Game Golf, it only flew 132 yards. So this is my second shot. I'm chipping up with an 9 iron. I have 21 yards left to the pin. I just want to land it just on the green and let it run up a bit. And I did just that. So it was a good shot to about 5 feet, 5.5 feet. Easy putt. These are the putts you have to make if you want to start shooting lower scores. So I make that a pretty good putt. So hole number 3 is a par 4 dog leg to the left. You can either go over the trees, which is an easy 3-wood shot into the green, but I was into the wind and my footing didn't feel too solid. So I'm just hitting a 2 hybrid down the middle. I pull it a little, but it's a pretty good shot. According to Game Golf, it traveled a total of 225 yards. Second shot is an 8 iron. It's 100, and I think it was 162 to the pin. Ball above my feet. I normally pull it. That's why I'm aiming way to the left. And I pulled it, but it just didn't fly what I thought it would. So I hit it 153 yards. A little short of the green, chipping up. That was a 9 iron that just ran way by. It's about a 10-footer. It's about a cut break to the right. Not too hard of a putt. It's all about pace. As you can see there, I gave it a lot of respect. That's a funny laugh. And I luckily make it. So that keeps me at 2 over par.
Short game is saving me once again.
All right, so we're next to hole number 4. It's a par 4 straightforward hole. It's 330 yards to the middle of the green. So I'm just hitting driver. It's a wet day. I normally would hit a 3-wood, but I'm hitting driver because I know it just won't travel as far as I normally do. As you can see, I hesitated a lot, and I ended up putting the ball way forward in my sand. So I drop kicked it, and it only flew around 225 yards according to Game Golf. So I'm hitting a punch shot with a 5 iron. I have 100 yards left, and I'm just trying to get under the trees and onto the green. As you can see, the ball flight. It was a great shot,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
but it just ran straight through the green. So I'm lucky I didn't go out of bounds. It was a hard shot, and I'm just thinking bogey at this point. I had a horrible lie where I ended up. This is a 9 iron I'm chipping up with again. So I don't hit too bad of a chip shot. I ran by a little bit, but that's okay. You always want to give it a chance when possible. It's about a 3-footer, 4-footer for bogey. And I read that perfectly. So that's a bogey. So one thing you can tell a lot about before I hit shots, after a couple of practice swings, I try to stretch out my shoulders. I wasn't able to warm up and hit any range balls. So it was straight to play. I'm not doing too bad for not warming up. Neither doing too good, but that's neither here or there. So yeah, it's a 410-yard par 4. It's a brutal hole because there's a big tree to the left, and it's out of bounds to the left, and hazard trees to the right. So I normally just hit 3 wood to about 170 yards. The thing about ball below my feet, I normally pull it because anytime I can't use my legs, I just use my arms and I flip at it. So that's why I was aiming to the left. I have about 15 to 20 footer. It was a pretty good shot with my 7 iron. And yeah,
Wanted that one.
I really wanted that one.
So I'm 3
Good.
over after 5. Kind of wanted that one. Get to 2.
Okay, so we're now on number 6 at Ironwood. It's a 310-yard par 4. It's downhill about 10 yards, so it's actually a 300-yard hole. I slipped on that drive, so I yanked it right. It hit the top of the trees and only went about 200 yards. So this is normally marked as ground under repair, and it's also casual water, so I'm just taking a drop. And it's 100 yards uphill. I'm just trying to hit an easy gap wedge up there. Every time I have an uneven lie, I like to take extra club, but I swung too easy on that, so it was short right. This is a lob wedge because the green runs very quickly to the left, so I'm just trying to stop it as much as I can. And it was a pretty good chip shot, and I kind of want to talk about my next shot. I didn't even read it. I just went up to it and thought it was it was an easy putt, and I thought it broke, but it didn't. So it was a straight putt, and I missed it, and that's how you guys make bogeys. So on number 7, it's 144 yards uphill. Trying to take an extra club and just hit a knockdown shot. And that's something I want to talk about, guys. It's okay to speed up play, but if you're not too confident on a shot and you're just going to miss hit it, it's going to take more time to try to recover from that than those 5 seconds it took to just realign myself. So that wasn't a bad shot. I hit it off the toe, and it was half a club shorter than what I wanted. So I just have a 20-footer uphill. And you'll see I misread that. It was perfect pace, but I thought it wasn't going to break as much as it did. So that's a pretty good par. So we're on the last 2 holes. This is number 8. It's a par 5, one of the last par 5s on this front 9. As you saw, I was aiming way to the left, but the ball is above my feet. I knew I was going to pull that, so that was a pretty good tee shot. So I have 231 yards, and I kind of want to talk about this shot. I was kind of getting desperate. I was 4 over for the round, Wanted to get on the green at least and give myself a really good chance for birdie. And I topped that. You know, the ball was sitting down. The ground is very dunchy, and that was a stupid, stupid mistake. So now I'm left with 150 yards, or 145 yards, excuse me, uphill, trying to hit a knockdown flighty 8 iron. And instead of hitting a 5 iron, now I'm left with this longer shot. So it's really good. It was straight at the pin, but it was just a little long, and it wasn't able to spin. So now I have about a 30 footer downhill. There you go.
These greens are wet. They're not bad. They're rolling really well. They're just wet.
Yeah, and if I had a wet shot from 50 yards, I would have been, 20 feet at worst.
If I make a bogey, I deserve it. I mean, it's a stupid, stupid shot with my 3-wood.
Yeah, and that's what I'm complaining about. If I would have just hit a 50-yard west shot, it'd be an easy par. This wasn't a hard putt, but I missed it.
And there
It
you
was
go, ladies and gentlemen.
8
That's how
feet.
you make a bogey on a very scoreable par 5.
So last hole, par 5. It's a very short hole. It's only 443 yards on the card. Tee shot is down 30 feet, and then the green is up 30 feet. So I slipped on that,
Flip again. Right.
just like number 6, and I pulled it. And luckily, the ground was wet, and that didn't go into the water. So I just took a 6 iron. I was actually going for the green, but that was a good best shot. It's 50 yard, 60 degree. And it's funny because you can see, I knew it was pretty close. I just didn't know it was this close. So you saw me repair the pitch mark. And there we have it, birdie to finish, 4 over. The 3 would cost me, but, a couple of bad chip shots, also cost me in the end of the day. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.